so your journey is complete. You finished the story. You have reached the pinnacle of your power. You had a long, arduous journey. You started off Angela, the magician, had very few spells, and was overall not a very good character. But here you are, fourth class. You are the Mystic Queen. Let's see just how powerful you've become. So again, to summarize, there's four classes in the game. You start off as class 1, that is tier 1 neutral, the magician. At level 18 you have the choice of changing classes again, and you have the light or the dark path. Of course, we stood in the light and went the light path. Again, level 38, same deal. Change your class. You have two choices, light or dark. We stood in the light once more, and we were the Grand Diviner, and now here we are. Final class, it's just one singular class for each of the paths, light or dark. We went light all the way, and we get the Mystic Queen. It's the choices that you made for your third class which will determine just how mystic of a queen you will be. Again, the Grand Diviner, we got Refresh and the Giant Tornado of Death. Alright, so let's look at this new passive that we get. New class, new goodies. Same deal. This is Elemental Master. Deal damage regardless of elemental resistance. So, how magic works in this game, you'll deal damage to an enemy, and one of four possible things will happen. You'll deal damage, nothing's going to pop up. This will be considered neutral damage. Or you can deal damage to them and resist will pop up. That means they will resist the damage. Or you deal damage and you'll hit them with weakness and you'll do increased amount of damage. And the fourth and final would be absorb. They will absorb that elemental damage. What this does, it removes resistance from the pool. So you will no longer see enemies resisting anything. You will just deal neutral damage to them. It won't be, they won't be weak to it, but it'll just be standard damage. However, if an enemy does absorb, let's say, fire magic, they will still absorb the fire magic that you deal. This only works for resistance, and it just basically removes it from the pool of outcomes. So this is a nice quality of life spell. Again, you're really only using two spells. She has reached the meta here, and she just it's nice to have, but not really. Alright, let's check out the class strike. This will be her final class strike. This will take all of the meter, all the meters, all the gauges, 400%. This of course does more damage than the previous class strikes. Still, you may want to use the Tornado of Death because it's cheaper and it's just very good. The AoE is much bigger than this. Blessed Pledge is a single hit with a small to medium-ish AoE, so they're both good. The Boomerang Spiral, the Tornado of Death, is much more reliable. Last but not least, we have the costume, the most important part to the waifu. This, of course, is the white dress. In your headcanon fantasy, this will be her wedding dress, I'm sure. But pretty nice, I suppose. Alright, let's move on to the abilities here. Again, 2 through 6, these correlate to your first class. The neutral class, tier 1, the magician. These here, 9 through 15, all of these. This will be the sorceress, the light path. 21 through 33, this of course is the Grand Diviner. And we did get tough instead of the Archmage's Judge 2. Could be better, but you know, it's what it is. Alright, so what did we get here? Well, we completed this set. We have the second tough and the second judge, and the 10 strength. That doesn't really matter to us at all. So the Grand Diviner is the mobbing class. Well, I mean, the Grand Diviner can do anything she wants to bosses or mobbing, but she gets, you know, a little nifty ability here, tough. So this will increase the damage that you do to random encounters. Again, it's really not useful because Angela will obliterate them regardless of having these two or not. Now, Judge 2 is quite nice. This increases damage to boss monsters, and this is really the only type of, the only time you actually really need to worry about, you know, damage. Again, you just steamroll. Pretty much any party in the game is going to just be steamrolling normal encounters. So the big gain here, I think, would be Judge, and this is one of the 4 big things that she gets with her final class. It's also worth noting that the final classes do not give you any new abilities. They just any new, in terms of spells or sabers or anything like that. You're just going to get new little passive abilities and such. But this one's quite nice. So this is the first of the 4 big ones that she gets. Stamina, same deal. It's not worth the points unless you're at the very end of the game and you want to max it out just because. We do, however, pick up Spellguard 3. This is a chain skill, but nobody's going to use it. Cast Resist, again, really not going to use this too much. These actually could have been quite useful in the fight to actually unlock her 4th and final class, but now that we've unlocked them, we don't need them anymore. Earthquake, you're probably just going to have this at 21. But I'm not even going to waste my time because I don't want to mash through all this. I will go 53 here to get Judge 2. That's really the only thing that you need. So just ignore it. I mean, you will most likely already have 21. We'll just do it anyways. Intelligence. This is the tree that Angela wants. This is an amazing tree for her. And she got another goodie. This is the second of the 4 big power abilities that she got with the 4th class. So as you can see, magic damage dealt increases 35%. We also complete the set, the Limit Break set, 1, 2, and 3. So quite good. You want to max this out. We're also getting 20 extra intelligence. Intelligence is magic damage. Spirit. This is probably, I don't know, especially for the post game. Lucent Beam is just so good. It's a Lucent Beam post game is 10/10, 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. It's a great spell, and in general, the dark classes will be more powerful than the light classes for manning the characters. In this case, for Angela, it's not so. They're really rather close. Of course, the dark will do a bit more damage, but the light path has so much utility. It has powerful holy. It has the energy tornado, limit break. It's just really good. Alright, so moving on to, again, you really only need this to be to 21 because we only use 2 spells. We only use Lucent Beam and Doppelganger. That's the only spells we use. The only spells we need. Moving on to luck. Luck is good. You're going to want to max this out for a couple reasons. Number 1, we get our last power increases here. So this would be 3 of 4 and 4 of 4. So she gets 4 big abilities with the 4th class that just skyrocket her damage. This, of course, is critical hit chance plus 40%. And this is critical damage plus 40%. So these two together just skyrocket her damage. Again, Limit Break skyrockets the damage, and Judge skyrockets the damage even further. So we're going to want to max this out. Angela now is just pretty simple. She just slaps on all of the abilities and uses one of her 2 spells and just destroys the game. Pretty crazy. But then again, it's it's justified because you start off as the magician and you're basically a fighter and you just have a little holy spell, and it's a really tough. It's just a really tough experience. But of course, at the end of the game, you are a mystic queen. All right, so let's set up the abilities. First thing we want is Limit Break. Well, actually, no. Let's put on Judge 2. Then we will go Limit Break. There we are. Let's put them in order for the placebo damage bonus. There we are. Now we're going to go Pinpoint. So here we are. There's 25, 40, and our final big damage skill. And from here, you have the choice of doing whatever you want. You could even throw Tough 2 on just because, just to absolutely troll the random encounters. We'll go ahead and do that. You don't get anything moveset wise. Your moveset is maxed. It's maxed with your 3rd tier class. So let's run down here and beat up on our old pals. First, let me make sure I have the OP skills on. No, I need more encounters. Alright, so let me show you this new class strike. Look at that. Look at that. So, killed 2 of them. Pretty good AoE. Let's go ahead. Again, we only need 2 spells. We need the beam, and we need Doppelganger. Again, you could also hotbar some nuts. So you can just pop these, just nut in her mouth when she gets low on MP, but it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. And look at the crits. It's just massive, crazy damage. Again, she has the OP Tornado of Death. Yep. Just obliterates them. She has Doppelganger that just annihilates everything. Yeah, they're dead. It's just pretty crazy now. It's that again. So this is Angela. It's I mean, it's she's just crazy. She breaks the game. I think it's justified. I mean, rarely would I go, wow, that, but Angela had a hard time in the beginning. She was actually pretty bad, to be honest. But now it's how the turntables have turned. Let's do another couple casts and we'll call it. So keep in mind, Doppelganger does hit 4 times, and it is non-elemental damage. Pretty sizable AoE. Again, you can just drop that. It's quicker to cast, you just throw it out. So, I mean, there's really nothing much to say. The Grand Diviner path did get the OP Tornado. You still have Blessed Pledge. So, look at that. Just crazy. Just just a crazy chick. Alright. Dead. So, I mean, that's it pretty much. She just got a massive increase with the abilities tier 4, but then again, that's the same for a lot of characters. They're tier 4 class, you're going to get a lot of abilities. But, you know, Judge 2, crit damage, pinpoint, limit break 3. So, super OP. There's really not much more I could say. Let's just do an energy twister, just because. And explode. So, we're at 14,000. So, pretty crazy. She's just ridiculous. Alright, so I'm gonna cut it here. I'll see you guys again. Take care now.